YouTube, what's going on? Jumping right into it with the question. And that question is, are you afraid of success? As crazy as it sounds, bruh, a lot of us say that we want to be successful, we want to be great, we want to be this, we want to be that. But as soon as the opportunity to be all those things presents itself, some of us, we just get cold feet, you know? And when I say some of us, of course I mean me. You know what I'm saying? This is just an update, right? If you haven't seen my last video, I want you to go back and watch it. Basically, I'm in a chapter in my life right now where I'm trying to wholesale real estate. And basically, wholesaling is essentially meeting with somebody that wants to sell their house, agreeing on a particular price, getting that agreement on paper, i.e. a contract. You take that contract and you sell the opportunity, or you sell the right to be able to buy that contract, or sell the right to be able to buy the house to someone else. So essentially, I'm pretty much just the middleman connecting the seller to the buyer, and I collect a fee off of it. And it's a handsome fee. The problem is, right, there's a difference between watching something on YouTube and, you know, taking notes and learning about it and being so excited. Oh my God, I'm going to make this much. I'm going to make that much. I'm going to do this and do that. And then it's like, okay, now it's time to do it, you know? And it's like at every stage there came a new, how do I say, maybe issue, dilemma, and also a point of anxiety or fear. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time that I had to call somebody, right? In my last video, I talked about how I was scared about picking up the phone and calling these agents and trying to negotiate with them. And I eventually did it. A lot of people didn't answer, you know, but there was this one call. I'm just skipping a bunch of fluff. I got a few negotiations. Okay, I'll tell this story before I get to the main one. There's this one call that I took, and I think the house was maybe going for like maybe 50 or 60 or something. And you got to lowball them. You know what I mean? Like, you got to get them to come down in price. And my strategy is I lowball the shit out of you. You say that's not going to work. And then I incrementally like raise my shit. It's normal standard negotiation tactics or whatever. But basically the house was going for like 50, I think maybe 60 or so. I don't know. And I was like, yeah, based off of my calculations, based off of my formula, you know, I'm at 30. Whole room just got quiet. whole call just got quiet. Then all you hear is, yeah, that's not gonna work. I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay, well, what number do you think could meet in the middle? And then it was actually for 70,000, and I offered 40. And then you know, he was like, you know, we've had offers close to like 65. I was like, 65? And then he was like, well, I guess we can do 60. I was like, damn, I got you to come down 10K. I didn't even offer a counter offer. All I said was 65, and he dropped it by a whole 5,000. You know what I mean? But you know, I ended up offering him maybe like 45, which is really what I wanted. I didn't want 30. I already knew he wasn't going to take that. And he said he was going to talk to his colleagues, and he just never got back to me. So fuck that guy. But eventually I got into conversation with someone else, and a house is going for 50. And it's a good deal, and you could make it. It's a great opportunity. To some of these people, they're pricing it because they know investors are trying to come in, so they want to skip the bullshit. And it's just like, here's the price that you need to be able to make a flip and walk away with some profit. But still, people are trying to lowball that price. So it's like, I did my calculations, and it's like, okay, this is actually priced pretty fairly. So I'm going to use that as my angle and say, okay, I'm going to offer something that's close, and that, but I know he's going to reject it. And then I'm going to come up a little bit to make it seem like I'm trying to work with him. But really, I could do the list price. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm going to go ahead and do the, he was going for 50. I think I was going for 45 or whatever. And he said, I said, oh yeah, how about I make a verbal offer of 45 and you take that back to your client and let's see what she says. I text him this morning trying to follow up with him. He responds hours later and says, yeah, she's open to it. She just wants to get the offer in writing and get a proof of funds, and you could possibly, you know, get a contract over by today. That's a big deal. Maybe you know, maybe you don't know, but the whole idea is getting a house under contract. A lot of this is just research, talk to people, they say no, they say fuck you, you research, you talk to people, you research, you talk to people. Once it's under contract, that's a big deal, because now I have the thing that I can go to a cash buyer to be able to sell for a cool little, you know what I'm saying, a cool little chunk of change. The problem is, and it's not really a problem, but here's where my fear is coming from, right? When the shit gets like real, it's just like, oh shit, it's happening. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, there's so much uncharted territory that I haven't experienced yet. And I kind of feel, I don't even know. I'm just nervous. You know what I'm saying? There's just so much ignorance. I'm in the dark about so much. Every moment I'm learning something. It's like I'm literally learning on the job. I'm learning as I go. And I just really want this to work. And I hope I don't fuck it up. But it just goes back to our previous conversation about having an abundance mindset, where it's like, okay, even if this doesn't work, bruh, it's literally okay, because there will be more deals, there will be more opportunities, there will be more people to talk to. And I was actually on the phone with my mentor about a problem that I had with this situation today, and he was saying, yeah, we usually don't work with agents, because, you know, they're selling at retail price, and we try to do this, we try to do that, or whatever. So it's just so funny to find out, like, even generally speaking, without having like a blatant mess up, I could still get this deal gone and actually take my fee. But like, even generally speaking, I'm generally fucking up. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just like, I just have to accept the fact that this is a learning process. This is a learning process, bruh. And I think this is an important lesson right now that I'm realizing, and in real time I'm relaying to you. My experience in this endeavor, whether or not I fail, whether or not I succeed, there's no reason to be afraid, because I'm getting something that money cannot buy. And that is experience. That is the learning aspect. It's like, at this point, I've learned how to analyze the market for potential deals. I've learned how to talk to potential buyers on the other end of the deal to see who will buy this contract off of me. I've learned how to negotiate, or I'm learning how to negotiate with sellers, which is a huge thing. What I've realized in my life, look at this book. Hold on. Look at this, right? So I bought this maybe like, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see. What the fuck? Okay, cool. Sorry. I bought this maybe 2 years ago or whatever, and I haven't read it in full, but I'm so happy that I have it now, because now it's actually serving me, because I need to learn how to sell. I need to learn how to negotiate. And one of the things that the book talks about is how negotiation is in every aspect of your life. And it's crazy. The fact that as soon as I started learning how to negotiate and how to, I guess, structure my messages so it feels like I'm on your side when we're working towards what I want. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing examples of that in everyday aspects, or in everyday instances in life. You know what I'm saying? And basically, I'm saying all this to say that although, yes, your desired outcome is the $10,000, but ironically enough, and if you can believe it or not, what is more valuable than that, what is more valuable than that are the reps. It's the fact that you're taking that step forward and saying, you know what, even though I'm scared, even though I'm ignorant, even though I don't know what I'm doing, even though because of my ignorance, I might fuck this up, I'm going to go ahead and take that step forward towards my goals. Hear what I'm saying real quick, right? Hear what I'm saying, bro. Sometimes in an effort to not fuck shit up, we will allow our lack of information and knowledge to hold us back from taking that step forward. How many times have you had some kind of journey in your life, or some kind of thing that you wanted to do, and you said, wait, let me research first. Let me learn first. I want to be clear. I'm not saying that research is a bad thing, but what I'm saying is there's a certain point in time where you know enough. You know what I mean? You know enough to take that step forward. And another thing that you got to realize is that the real learning does not begin until you take action. That's something that I am fully understanding now. All the live calls, all the live negotiations that I've watched on YouTube, all the books that you read, all the YouTube negotiation videos that you read, none of that shit matters. Even the role play. I role play with my I role play with my friends, and I role play with ChatGPT, and I kind of practice like negotiating. I practice working through objections. I practice maneuvering with finesse, and none of that displays itself when I'm actually talking on the phone. When I'm talking on the phone, I have way less finesse. When I'm actually talking to like an agent or speaking to somebody that I'm actually like in real life, you know what I'm saying? I have way less finesse. I'm way less comfortable. And that just speaks to the fact that, bro, swimming in a pool is different from swimming in an ocean. You know what I'm saying? Or like, let's take it back to boxing, as I always do. You could look super sweet on the bag. You could look super sweet when you shadow boxing, you pivoting, you doing all this, you catching and you moving and you sticking it, you doing all this stuff. But as soon as it's a live, resisting opponent in front of you that has intentions to hurt you, where does all that go? Do you move the same? You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so important to leave that comfort zone of, oh yeah, I'm practicing my 1-2 on the bag. Of course, that's important. That's where you practice your fundamentals. But the application, you will never get that real life application. That skill will never be cemented and practical unless in real time, in real speed, in real life environments, you're actually practicing that skill. So what am I saying? I'm saying it's important for you to take action. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're scared. And even when you're scared, while you're taking action, remember, you're doing this for the education purposes. You know what I'm saying? In one of my past videos on my other channel, I said that failure is the tuition in the school of success. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even though you really, really want this to work, even though you really want this to work and you have the opportunities to succeed, and as a result of you not wanting to fuck this up, as you put those pieces together, your hands are shaking, your knees are shaking, and you're really scared. You have to understand, if you do happen to fuck this up, you will learn a valuable lesson. And that lesson is, don't do what you just did next time. It just costs you I'm not going to say the number. Anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't think this has to be that long. I mean, it's 13 minutes. This is about the average length of my videos anyway. So yeah, I love you guys. Don't stand in the way of your own success. Don't allow your fear and your desire to be successful and the excitement that you have around success, all the emotions that you have around this shit, don't let it stand in your way, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just make that move while you're scared. If you fail, you learn. If you succeed, congratulations, but you still learned. You know what I'm saying? That's really why we're doing all this. You know what I'm saying? The reps are going to get you closer to becoming the person that's worthy of everything that you want. But you will never get everything that you want if you don't take that first step and start getting those reps in. That's all. All right. I love you guys. Goodbye. See ya.